adding any extra words in right from dictation sentence is allowed, but we want to limit it to 2 to 3 extra words per sentence. Okay, nothing more than that, but 2 to 3 extra words is good enough. Now, extra words means the words which are not originally part of the sentence, but you end up typing some extra words. That would not be considered any wrong. You don't lose any marks for adding extra words because there's no negative marking that exists in right from dictation. What I mean by that is, if let's say the same sentence we had, today is a bright sunny day in Adelaide, and you ended up typing a couple of extra words which were not part of the sentence, that will not make any difference provided you limit it to 2 to 3 extra. So the places where we use this to our advantage is, one is if you are confused with the spelling of a word. Like you have heard a word, but you know two different spelling of that same word and you're unsure which one is correct. In that case, you can type both of the words, kind of a hit and trial, because out of those two, whichever one would be the correct spelling of the word, you will get marks for it. So for example, let's say this word bright. Now you feel either bright is spelled like this or bright is spelled like this, and you are not sure which one to go for. Now, when you type both, today is a bright, sunny day in Adelaide. When you type it like this, computer is simply going to give you the marks for the correct word, and they will ignore the word that you spelled incorrectly or the one that you just added extra. This is how scoring works in right from dictation. One is spellings. Another place that I recommend using this strategy, and that would be singular plural words. When you guys are confused with a word being either a singular word or a plural word, this is where you can use that to your advantage. If in the sentence the word was apples, and now you're confused with did they say apples or did they say apple, singular or plural, in that case you can type both. And what happens? Computer gives you marks for the correct one, and they simply ignore the one that was incorrect. And then another place we can use this to our advantage would be past and present. Okay, some words ending with D or ED, others without. If you heard a sentence and they said conserved, but you are unsure, you are confused, did they say conserved or did they say conserve? Let's say because of the accent you couldn't really understand, or because the audio was very quick you couldn't really understand the correct one. Now when you type both, again similar stuff happens. You get marks for the correct one and they ignore the one which was typed as an extra word.